and welcome to Land Rover Drive. I'm Simon, and this is a series about resetting the Discovery to the 0 point. So getting up to speed with maintenance and clearing all faults on the car. If you've seen the other videos, you know that I sold the Defender and now I can start focusing on the Discovery. And I'm also going to make this my overland rig. And before I start adding mods and starting building the actual overland rig part, I want to get the Discovery just in the shape and into its former glory. There are some things that needs to be fixed before MOT, which is in June, I think. Yeah. So I have about 2 months to fix major things and also do some small repairs, maybe some rust work and other stuff. So first off, front brake, then rear brake with the EBB, and then EGR-valves. And all this needs to be fixed before June. So tonight, front brakes, let's get to it and then, yeah, see how it goes.
Can't you tell this place must be hell? No more cookies in this jar. Did I take it too far? Now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. Take it too far, now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land. But I'm deep, deep down on the bottom of the well. I got the lump, can't you tell? This place must be hell. No more cookies in this jar. Did I take it too far? Now I dwell in the sand like a fish on land.
So first off, we need to jack up the car and take off the wheel, and yeah, you see me done that so many times, and we can just do it. So, wheel is off, we are ready to start changing out the discs and pads. First I'm just going to remove the caliper from the holder. It's 2 bolts, which is 30 mil. But you also need to, when you start unscrewing it, it could turn. Here. So I need to counter with 17 mil. Let's do that. These bolts comes with Loctite, and these comes new with the new pads in the original set, at least. So with the top one open, you can bend it backwards. So if you were to remove only the pads, you can just do this. But you also need to remove the brake hose and the clamp, which is holding it here. So we need a 10 mil. So clean up the threads with the brake cleaner. So to take that loose, set the bolt back in so you don't lose it, like so. Then you can bend this backwards. See, sure. And you could change out the pads just by doing this. You would have to push the pistons backwards with a with a special tool which I wanted to show you. And with this as well, I need to counter with the 17 mil. And it can be useful to have a hook just to hook up the brake caliper. When you take it loose, like so, you can hook it up here on the bolt that we left in. With the caliper out of the way, we can remove the holder, and that's the hard part. You have to use 16 edges. Let's see if we can get it out. I don't remember the torque setting on this, but it's up there. So it's coming, but it's slow as. There it is. So definitely need a bit of force to get these loose. I'm going to check the torque setting afterwards when I'm going to put them back on. Don't take it all the way out, just get this first. I find that easier. Let's see. Yeah. So being smart, used copper paste the last time I did this. So not too bad getting them loose. So the copper paste is only on the non-threaded part up here. So you don't want to have that on here because you want it to stay on. So yeah, it's done. Okay, so with those two bolts out, you can remove the holder. This is also the pads. And this is only the bolt in on the disc itself, holding it against. Let's see, I think it's yeah, so it torques T45. A bit slow, but not too bad. I guess it's a bit of rust inside here. So there's new bolts when you change out the disc. Hopefully this will come pretty easy for you. And this is the hub. So this is how the discs look. So they haven't been worn too much, but they are rusted in between and in between here in the vents. So it's time to change them out. But this is nothing compared to the other side, so it's going to be interesting to see there. I'm also going to check when I put this on. Put these on. This is the EBC vented and drilled and grooved, and I also been using the EBC green stuff pads. So I put the discs on, and I think I changed the pads once, and the discs have been on since I put them on. So yeah, I'm going to check the dates and you can see. Yep, so the hub looks pretty good, so I'm just going to add the new disc, but first just add some copper spray. So hopefully it won't stick too much when I'm going to replace this one again. So there's only one way to align it, because you need to get the disc screw in, cover on the end there. This retaining screw is 35 Newton meters of torque. Yeah, I'm going to change out. So I see this one is about halfway worn. Let's see if we can get this in. So yeah, I'm not gonna just cheap out and not change the pads as well. I'm gonna change the pads. So then you need to change out these slide brackets. I'm not sure what they're called. So these I have changed out the bracket and the caliper once on this car. So these are pretty new, so it looks pretty good. Just need to add the slide brackets, and we are ready to put it back on. So. That's okay. Then the other side. So there's only one way to put them on, so it's pretty easy. So that's ready. So in this kit there's new bolts with pre-applied Loctite on for the caliper to the caliper bracket, but I don't have new caliper bracket bolts, so I need to add some thread lock to those, and you don't need too much. You can add some copper paste, or I do just on the not threaded part, so they don't stick as much, but there's still some on there, so yeah, don't need it. So let's put the bracket back on. I'm going to start on the lower end. Get this to enter. That's one. Let's push the bolt there. Put some Loctite on. Oh, that's too much. So bracket is back on. Now we need to torque it up, and the torque setting is 275 newtons on the bracket bolts. With the brake caliper bracket in place, we can add the pads, and I just you can add some copper paste just on the sliders there. Like so, and then just let's see. Slide them in like that. Do the same on the other side. Slide it in like so. Then we are ready to put on the caliper, but then first we need to push back the pistons because these new pads are thicker, so we need to push back the piston into the brake caliper. So we need to get that tool for that. And to make our life easier, we're gonna put back the caliper onto the bracket on the lower side. Then taking our new bolts, mounting it down here. Just gonna gently put it down. I have a special tool here for pushing back the pistons. And I think we need to do it in 2 stages with this one. Let's see. I'm just adding some copper paste so it will slide easier. Let's see. So as I turn this, the pistons go back inside of the caliper housing or piston housing, I'm not sure what it's called, and this way we can put it back over. So there's 2 pistons on the front caliper on the Discovery. Need to do this twice. So if you do this on all calipers and the brake fluid reservoir is topped up, you want to be sure to check it so it don't overflow. Just a tip. I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. Now it will fit over the pads just barely. You can put this one. So you can see the pads. It just fits with the new pads and new disc. Like so, and then we have the other new bolt up here. And this was a 13 and this was a 17. And the torque setting is 35 newtons on this 2 volts. So you need a torque wrench with a 13 mil socket. And then and this is set to 735 from like so. With the disc and pads and brackets and the caliper all in place, the last thing we need to do is remember to put the hose bracket here back in its place. So with the new disc and pads and the caliper back in place, we can put it on the wheels again. So we're just gonna, so with the wheel back on, we can torque it up. Remember that the torque settings are 120 Newton meters with aluminum rims and nuts. Yeah, let's do that. So with one side done, it's just the other one to do, and it's same procedure as this one. So I'm just gonna do that, put the GoPro on my head and get it done.